Boys, welcome back to another video, and today we are back with another squad builder and custom tactics video. And these are actually a different set of custom tactics to what I've been using recently. I tried a brand new set in a different formation, and I had my best week on FUT Champ so far. I finished 12-1. So yeah, I actually recommend these tactics a lot. They worked really well for me. But let's just get into it. Let's get into things and build this team. Okay, so we start out in a flat 4-3-3. And by the way, this team on Xbox comes up to 4 million total coins. And on PlayStation, it's about 4.6 million total coins. So it's not a cheap team. But I want to show you the team that I was using this weekend. And then the tactics that I used as well, because they were genuinely fantastic. Anyway, in goal, we are starting out with Donnarumma. Honestly, I don't think he's as good as he used to be. I don't know if patches somehow changed how good Donnarumma is. I feel like that's what's kind of happened. 58k paid, 79 games played. I'm not as happy with him as I used to be, but I think he's still better than Keylor Navas, so that's why he's in the team. Then over to right back. It's a very boring team in the beginning. We have Achraf Hakimi. Patch him untradeable, so that's why he still gets in the team. One of the best right backs, at least normal cards on the game that you can get. Played 382 games for me, 19 goals, 34 assists. He does a job. It's Hakimi. You know what he is. Then, next to Hakimi, in fact, I just put both the centre-backs in. On this left-hand side, we have Inform Marquinhos, and on the right-hand side, sorry. And on the left-hand side, we have Kimpembe. Again, like I said, very boring. Two of the best defenders on the game. Kimpembe is the one people are so annoyed with right now because he's just so good. For being only 83 rated, he has no right to be this good, and he just is. And then obviously Marquinhos, who I actually prefer. I think Marquinhos is the better of the two of them. But obviously you pay a lot more for Marquinhos. And if he gets a Team of the Year card or something, it's going to be absolutely insane. But yeah, this card especially, this Inform, I recommend it to anybody. It's very boring, but it gets the job done, I can't lie. Then moving on over to left back, we have the rule breakers, Alphonso Davies. I used to have his normal card. I packed it untradeable right at the beginning of the game, and I just loved it. I think he's probably the best fullback on the game, again, in terms of like the ones I've used. Maybe some icons will be better than him, but yeah, I really rate him. 222k paid. He is now... He'll definitely have dropped a bit. Yeah. You're picking him up for about 180 on Xbox, which I think is an absolute steal. He's a little bit slower than his normal card, but the boost in all the other stats makes him well worth it. And I think he's the best left back, like I said, and I recommend him to anyone. Then over to the right-hand side of the midfield, and we have in this new SBC Julian Draxler. Now, people have been asking me how good is he? Is he worth it? I think the SBC is quite expensive. I don't know the exact price of it, but honestly, he's really good. At first, I wasn't really noticing him in the team. He wasn't really doing too much. He does play a CDM role in my team, which you might think is a little bit weird, but I'll get into that in the tactics. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. That's why he hasn't got many goals, but he's really good. And one of the goals he did score was an absolute screamer as well. I mean, all you have to do is look at his stats. Very solid card all round. And yeah, I recommend this Draxler, even though I think he might be quite expensive. Then in the very centre of the midfield, at least in the starting formation, we have Del P. Like I say, doesn't play here. We packed him untradeable out of our icon pack, our base icon pack, and that is why I used him mainly. I would never have bought Del P, but I'm glad I got him. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot again. You can see his record, it speaks for himself. That's all from Cam as well. He plays Cam in the actual team. And just not a lot to say. He's a very good card. I'm sure you all know this. It's Del P. Very well-rounded card again. And yeah, he does a good job. Then over to the left-hand side of midfield. I'm sure you can pretty much guess who this is. It is going to be Inform Goretzka. The team's just so boring. There's not much to say about it. Just look at the screen. Just look at him. Look at the state of him. Probably one of the best midfielders on the game. 6'2", 4-star weak foot. Shame about only 3-star skill moves. It would be nice for me personally if he had 4. But other than that, just so well rounded. He's like a Hullet. He's like a Vieira. He's unbelievable. Then into the attack. So we'll start with the right winger, as there has been a slight change here. I've still got Messi, and I do really rate Messi. But I've been using Di Maria. Now, I won't say Di Maria is as good as Messi. He's a little bit quicker, obviously, but Messi just feels nicer and has a better shot. But it's been nice to change it up and use Di Maria. The 2-star weak foot is a bit of a killer, I can't lie. So one-footed. Anytime you get him on his right foot, it's a waste of time. But other than that, if you can live with that, this Di Maria card isn't bad. I paid 300k. He's now mid-200s. I think that's a decent price for this Di Maria card if you can get past the 2-star weak foot. Then into the striker slot, and it just gets even more boring. Very good, but very boring. It is going to be the normal Kylian Mbappe. As a lot of you guys know, I did pack him untradeable. Played 428 games with him already. I played this game far too much. 549 goals, 299 assists. The 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. It's Kylian Mbappe. He speaks for himself. He's probably the best normal gold card on the game, and he's currently worth... Oh, he's just under $1 mil now, which, you know, this game's market is insane. It's absolutely dead. That price for Mbappe is crazy. It's so worth it. And finally, the position, I am so happy. I'm just so happy with this. It just makes me happy. We have got our red inform Neymar. Obviously, he costs over 1 million coins to buy the actual card. We got very, very lucky and got ourselves a red Neymar. 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. And it's important to point out, a lot of people weren't happy with the normal gold Neymar, and that includes me. I said at the time, I didn't think he was as good as he had been in other years. This is only a +1 upgrade in terms of his rating. It feels so much different. Like, the jump between the normal gold Neymar and this Neymar is crazy. If you tried Neymar before and you wasn't really a fan of him, you didn't get what you expected, if you can afford it, try this one. For some reason, I don't know why, it is a massive, massive jump over the normal gold. Like, crazy. And I always like to show you what I'm using for substitutions at the time. At the minute, I've been bringing on this flashback Rannerz, who honestly, I'm not really fond of. I've liked him in other years. He's got the 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Like I say, liked him in other years. I just don't know what it is this year. He doesn't feel very quick. He doesn't feel very nice on the ball, at least to me. I'm sure a lot of you guys will disagree and you really like him, but yeah, I don't know. He's just not been doing it for me when I've been bringing him off the bench. Then we have this red Rafinha, and even though his record isn't great, this is a card that I really, really, really enjoy bringing off the bench. 92 pace doesn't do it justice. He feels lightning quick. Only 79 shooting, but 77 finishing as well. 80 composure. His shot feels really, really good. That 77 finishing to me doesn't seem right. 84 shot power seems about right. But yeah, just in general, 5'9", 4-star, 4-star. Really, really good substitute. And the other player I usually bring off the bench is this Memphis Depay. If you can remember, for those of you guys that were around the channel, I did in fact use the normal Depay for a while, and I really enjoyed him other than that 3-star weak foot. That 3-star weak foot was an absolute killer. It felt like a 1-star weak foot, to be honest. But I do really, really like the card other than that, and off the bench late in games, he really can make an impact. The fact that he's only got 83 pace doesn't matter, because when he comes on, he's got all his energy, and the other players don't have their energy, so even though it's on the 83, he feels a little bit quicker just due to the other players being tired. And yeah, I just really rate him. Okay, so this is the team as it stands. It's an absolute disgrace. I know, like I say, it is very, very boring and very meta, but he gets the job done, you know. When I'm playing FUT Champs, I just try and get the games done as quickly as possible and get out of there so I can get back to enjoying my weekend, and this team gets them done very, very quickly. Right, now onto the custom tactics. I'm not even going to bother showing you the ultra defensive and the ultra attacking because they're just very, very, you know, aggressive and very defensive setups. Like, anyone can come up with these. I guess I'll quickly show you each custom, but have I just changed something there? I did. Don't do that. But yeah, there's not much to see. This is just very aggressive for when you're trying to get back into the game. Maybe you're 2-0 down in like the 80th minute. And obviously the other one, the ultra defensive, is when you're 2-0 up and you want to hold them to a lead in the last 10 minutes. But the defensive and attacking ones are what you're here to see. So this defensive one, obviously we change it up into a 4-2-2. If you don't know how to do that, you just come over to this section, formations, and you pick whichever formation you want. And then if you want to swap the players around and put them in the positions you want, you just press the Y button, obviously triangle if you're on PlayStation, and you can move the players about to whatever position you want to move them in. But back to the tactics. So this is what we use. If you want to copy the bars, feel free. I'm not going to get into explaining it or anything. I got these tactics, as always, from the main man, Rannerz, the Tactics King. His channel will be linked down below in the description. So if you want to hear a full, detailed explanation of these tactics, go there. But if you just want to copy them, there they are. As for player instructions, we have Mbappe and Neymar, the two strikers, set to stay forward. The two cams are set to stay forward and get in the box for crosses. The two midfielders, we have one on balanced attack and cover centre, the other stay back while attacking and cover centre. Having one of them on stay back while attacking just makes the most sense in the world. You need somebody back to help cover, and the fullbacks obviously are both set to stay back whilst attacking. Now this defensive one, this defensive set of tactics is what you want to start games in. This is when you get into the game, you know, double tap the left D-pad and you go straight into these defensive tactics. And they worked really, really well for me in FUT Champs. Like I say, giving me my best weekend so far of 12-1. Okay, now onto the attacking tactics. Again, if you're wanting to copy these tactics, just pause the video now and copy all of this. I'm not going to explain it too well. Rannerz, again, is the guy for that. The tactics go. I won't do it enough justice. Just trust me, all right? Trust me. I trusted him. He's the GOAT. You trust me, and these are good tactics. So there's all the bars and stuff. Then over to the player instructions. Once again, we have Neymar and Mbappe set to stay forward. Importantly, not to get in behind. And that's because, according to Rannerz, if you put them on getting behind, they're going to keep running offside. So we just leave the two strikers on stay forward, and that's it. The two cams, once again, stay forward and get into the box for crosses. They're both set to stay forward. And I've noticed when playing in this, the team kind of morphs into a 4-2-4. So you have, obviously, you have your back four, you have your two midfielders sitting in, and then the two cams kind of push one up to the right wing, one up to the left wing. So you kind of have this 4-2-4 formation going on. And it works really, really well. It still provides the team with a lot of width, even though you're playing what you think would be a quite narrow formation. I really, really like it. Again, the DMs are both set to cover centre, and we have one stay back while attacking. You could change that if you wanted to, as this is your slightly more attacking set. If you don't want to have one on stay back while attacking, you don't have to, but I would recommend you do. And the fullbacks in this one, we just have them on balanced attack. Again, this is probably when we're like 2-1 down late on, trying to chase the game. And it can help to have the fullbacks overlap. So, but you don't put them on overlap though. It can help to have them making runs and overlap, but don't actually set them to overlap, because then you're going to be far too exposed. But yeah, that is it. That is going to do it from me, boys. They are the 4 2-2 custom tactics that I've been using as of late. And then, like I say, the ultra defensive is a 4-2-3-1-2, just a really defensive set. And the ultra attacking is a 4-2-2, really attacking, aggressive set. I'm sure you can come up with those tactics on your own, but yeah. And there is one final look at the team, but that is going to do it from me, boys. Thank you so, so much for watching the video. Be sure to let me know if you do use these 4 2-2 custom tactics. They've really, really helped me this past weekend, so I hope they can help you guys out. Once again, the tactics did come from Rannerz, so I'll be sure to link him down below. He is the tactics king. I am just someone that used them, and they worked really well, so I wanted to relay the information to you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching, boys, and I will see you again in the next one. Cheers, boys.